props, unless you like something for Shavasana or if you like to have blocks or whatever, but nothing like additional. Perfect. All right. So once you have your mat and everything set up, no hurry. We're just starting on our back today, which is always a good place to start. And you can choose whether or not you'd like your legs extended all the way long, or if you'd like your knees bent up, however you like to start. And once you get there, just take a long, big inhale and a big, long exhale. Do 2 more like that, breathing in through the nose, filling the belly, and exhaling out the mouth. Just 1 more like that. Inhale and exhale. You can continue with that sort of breathing, or if you'd just like to continue allowing the breath to flow in and out of your nose, you can do that. Just allowing all the energy of the day to settle and fall away. Just starting again. Feel your body resting on the mat, nice and heavy. See if you can scan your body and notice what places of your body are touching the mat. Feel the back of your head, your upper back, the backs of the arms, maybe certain parts of your back, maybe some parts of your back are even lifted off of the mat. Feel your sacrum and your hips nice and heavy, and whatever parts of the backs of your legs are resting. If you like working with intention, or if you're working with kind of a mindful goal, you can bring that into your mind and your heart space now, just allowing it to flow in and out of your body with your breath. Inviting it into every cell of your being so that it's no longer an external idea, but fully part of you. Take a few more breaths. Good. If you find that your legs are still extended nice and long, feel free to bring the soles of the feet to the mat so your knees are bent up and pointed toward the ceiling. Draw your arms alongside your body. Feel your heels rooting into the mat. Feel your belly button slightly pulling in toward your spine so there's no space between your low back and the mat. We'll start with a super little baby bridge. So just start to press through the heels, lifting the hips any amount. Could just be a couple inches off of the floor. It's the very first one of the class. So just getting used to this shape. And from here, go ahead and extend the arms up toward the ceiling so your fingertips are reaching up to the sky. And then go ahead and flex the hands so it's like you're doing plank on the ceiling. Then take your right hand over your left fingertips and draw them back toward your face. Bringing your thumb away from your fingers, just giving yourself a nice forearm stretch here. See if you can check back in with the legs. Maybe give a little ease to the glutes. Just enjoying the stretch in the forearm and the extension in the hips. Good. Go ahead and release, roll out the wrists one way and then the other. And go ahead and flex the palms again and take the left hand over the right fingertips this time, taking the forearm stretch on the other side. Maybe you lift the hips a little higher, maybe you dip them back a little bit toward the ground. Decide where you'd like to be. Take a few more breaths, enjoying the stretch. Good, release the arms, circle out the wrists one way again, and then the other way. Then go ahead and release the backs of the hands all the way on the floor behind you. So making a big long line with the arms, reach the hips just a few inches higher. And as you exhale, slowly roll the spine down as you bring your arms back down by your sides. Good. So then we'll just go through a few more rolling bridges like that. So on a big, long inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms, release the backs of the hands on the floor behind you. And as you exhale, slowly roll back down. Just a couple more times like that, going with your own breath, filling the body with breath, and moving accordingly with the breath. Maybe just one more round. And once you feel your hips setting back down, gently draw the knees in towards your chest, hug yourself a little closer, maybe roll side to side, massaging the sacrum. And then start to roll up and down the length of the spine, gathering some momentum. So you come to a tabletop position at the center of your mat. Taking as much time as you'd like to get there. Feel your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Belly button to spine, crown of the head forward, and the tailbone draws back. We'll just go through a few rounds of cow and cat. So as you inhale, drop the belly, lifting the heart, allow the gaze to follow. And exhale to press the floor away and feel the articulation of each vertebrae as you round through. Good, and just floating back and forth, lubricating through the spine, just awakening everything. Using your breath as a guide for both speed and range of motion. Take one more full round. Good, and then coming back to tabletop, feel your firm foundation here. Go ahead and reach the right foot back behind you and touch the toes off of the mat. So kind of lifting the heel to hip height. And just make sure the hips are staying nice and level and the core is engaged. And if you feel comfortable doing so, feel free to extend the left arm out in front. Take a big breath in, lengthen and expand. And as you exhale, draw the elbow towards your knee. Or if your left hand is still down, that's totally fine. Inhale to fill up, reach and extend. And exhale, round it in. Just one more time through inhale. And exhale. Good, setting back up. Find your tabletop. You can rock your hips side to side. Give your wrists a break if you need. And then we'll set up for the other side. So left foot extends back and then reach the leg up to hip height. And if you feel good on this side, extend the right arm out in front. Take a big breath in, lengthen and expand. And exhale, draw the elbow to your knee as you round through. So good. Inhale, reach and lengthen. And exhale, round it in. One more time through inhale. And exhale. Good, coming back to tabletop. Walk your hands out of maybe 8 inches or a foot out in front. And then start to draw your chest toward the mat. So just coming into a gentle puppy dog pose. Just a little heart opener, stretching through the arms. If this is too much on the shoulders, feel free to back out or maybe cross the arms. Kind of picture framing your head. That'll take a little pressure out. Just take a few breaths. You can even draw your chin to the mat if that feels okay on your neck. Take one more big breath in, and one more big breath out. So good. Carefully coming back out of this. We'll make our way to tabletop. And then tuck your toes under, lift the knees up, send the hips back, and make your way into your first downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out the feet, bending one knee and then the other, walking the dog, just waking up the back side of the body. Really feel the palms pressing into the mat to lift the spine nice and long and sending the hips high, keeping as much of a bend in the knees as you would like. Once you're ready, just settle into some stillness for 3 rounds of breath. Breathing in, finding length, and exhaling to find ease and relaxation. Inhale. And exhale. One more round of breath in and out. Start to tiptoe your way to the top of the mat, taking your time. And once you arrive, keep about inner hips width between the feet. Inhale to lengthen the spine, halfway lift, and exhale to fold over your legs, keeping as much of a bend in the knees as you would like. Might also help to support the low back. Once you get there, just find a place of comfort. If you like ragdoll arms, feel free to grab opposite elbows and just allow yourself to hang. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe roll the weight more into the balls of the feet. And see if you can tune into all those little muscles in your hips. See if you can relax them just a little bit more. What's holding on that doesn't really need to. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. One more exhale. Release the arms and carefully roll your way up to stand, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Shoulders, neck, and head come up very last. Inhale to reach the arms high, connect the palms, and exhale, hands to heart center. Take one breath here, just tuning in. And from here, we'll start to move. So inhale, float the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, fold over the legs, swan dive. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot way back, and then step the left foot back. And find downward facing dog. Inhale to glide forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly, using your knees if you'd like. Inhale to peel the chin and chest up, finding baby cobra. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. And exhale to lower back down. Inhale to push up through all fours. Exhale, tuck the toes and find downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right leg up for 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right foot all the way forward between the hands. Drop the left knee down, untuck the toes, and inhale, rise, finding Anjaneyasana, arms overhead. Really feel the low belly connecting and drawing in. Feel the tailbone lengthening down. From here, guide the hips forward and feel the left hip flexor release, or maybe just stretching. Take a big breath in, lengthen through the fingertips. Exhale, cactus through the arms, little baby back bend. And 2 more like that. So inhale, lengthen, reach high. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus through, shoulder blades together. 1 more, inhale. And exhale, cactus the arms. So good. Inhale, release, reach high. Exhale, hands come down. Walk the hands out and step into a supported warrior 3, however you'd like to get there. Good, so kick through that left heel, left toes point down. One big breath in, and exhale, left foot releases to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, reverse the swan dive, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll just have the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen and extend. Exhale, hands plant. Step the left foot way back, and then the right foot back. Send the hips high and find downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot forward. Drop the right knee down. Untuck the toes and inhale, rise, finding Anjaneyasana. Again, belly in, tailbone down, and then guide the hips forward, stretching through the right hip flexor. Reach high, energize through the fingertips. Exhale, cactus through the arms, baby back bend. And two more like that. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. One more exhale. So good. Inhale, release, reach high. Exhale, hands down, a little in front of the left foot, and step into your supported warrior three. Really draw the belly in, squaring the hips, and then the right toes point down. Take a big breath in, fill up and expand, and exhale, release the right foot down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll go through that one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, and then the left foot back. Send the hips high for downward facing dog. Inhale to glide forward to plank. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale, find your baby cobra. And exhale, coil back down. Inhale, push through all fours. Tuck the toes. And find downward facing dog on an exhale. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Drop the left knee. And inhale, find your Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, send the hips forward, stretching through the left hip flexor. Inhale, energize through the fingertips. Exhale, find your baby back bend, cactus through. And two more. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, release, reach high. Exhale, hands come down, step into your warrior three. Inhale to lengthen through crown to toe. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Just the other side. Inhale. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. So good, everyone. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot way back, and then the right foot back, and find downward facing dog. Inhale to glide forward to plank. Exhale to lower all the way to your belly. Inhale to baby cobra. Really squeeze the shoulder blades down and back. Exhale to peel back down. Inhale to push up through all fours. Tuck the toes and exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot comes forward. Drop the right knee down and inhale to Anjaneyasana. Exhale to settle into that right hip flexor. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, cactus through the arms. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, cactus through. Really squeeze the shoulder blades. One more time through. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to release, reaching high, lengthen. Exhale, hands come down, step into supported warrior three. Good, inhale to lengthen, really kick through the back heel. Exhale, right foot steps down. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to fold over the legs. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring the feet a little bit closer together so big toes can come to touch and heels are slightly parted. Drop into the knees, lift the arms, find your chair pose. Just taking a few breaths to get settled here. Feel the belly button suctioning into the spine. Maybe you lift through the pelvic floor. Back of the low back is nice and long. Arms reach high. Hips sink nice and low. Take one more big breath in. And one more big breath out as you sink just another inch. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. Exhale to spill forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step both feet back, finding your plank. Inhale and plank. As you exhale, decide how you'd like to go. You can lower all the way to your belly as before, or lower and pause halfway in chaturanga push-up. And inhale to find either baby cobra or upward facing dog, where your thighs and your hips are nice and lifted. And as you exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Take one full round of breath here. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, lift the right leg high for three-legged dog. And exhale to step the right foot forward toward your right thumb. Spin the left heel down, and on an inhale, rise to find your warrior one. So our feet are not on one tightrope, they're more like on railroad tracks. So just to make some room for the hips, see if you can steer the right hip back and the left hip forward, and really press through the outer blade of the left foot. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, find eagle arms. So our left arm will be under and our right arm will be over. See if you can connect the palms and maybe lift the elbows up toward shoulder height if that's comfortable. Take an inhale, maybe reach a little higher. And as you exhale, see if you can bow forward any amount, maybe just an inch or two. Maybe you hover in parallel. And inhale, come back to rise. See if you can keep your legs nice and steady. Exhale to bow back down. Inhale, come back to rise. And one last time to bow forward with our eagle arms. Inhale, come to rise, release the arms, reach high, and then take a clasp behind the back. So maybe left thumb on top. Inhale to press the knuckles down to the floor to reach high through the heart. And exhale, bow forward one last time, finding our humble warrior one. Maybe you release the crown of the head down. See if you can steady through the legs. Take one more full round of breath in and out. Inhale to come back to rise, release the arms overhead. Exhale, plant the hands down to the inside of that right foot. Turn onto the toes of the left foot, and we'll just turn this into lizard. So your left knee can be down or it can be lifted. Just start to enjoy this lizard stretch, maybe moving the hips around. Maybe you open the right hip up like a book. Anything you want, just for a couple breaths. Maybe reach the heart forward, really get through the hip flexors. And then just nice and easy, we'll take 3 rounds of a gentle, gentle quad stretch. So as you inhale, peel the left heel toward your hip, and exhale to lower it back toward the ground. So good. 2 more. Inhale to peel it in, and exhale to lower down. 1 more. Inhale, and exhale. So good. Now we'll just make our way back to downward facing dog. However you like to get there. You can take a vinyasa flow on the way, or simply send the hips up and back. And of course, as always, child's pose is an option for any pose suggested. Great. Just taking 1 more round of breath in whatever resting pose you decide. And then everyone will meet back in down dog to get to the other side. On your next inhale, send the left leg up and back behind you for 3-legged dog, and exhale to step the left foot forward. Spin the right heel down this time, and inhale to rise, finding our warrior 1. And again, just as before, make sure your hips have a little room, and if you find it difficult to steer the hips, feel free to heel toe to make a wider stance to make it more comfortable. Good, just getting used to this. Really kick through the outer blade of the right foot. Inhale to lengthen and extend through the arms. And on an exhale, take eagle, arms wrapping right arm under, left arm over. Connect the palms and bring the elbows maybe up a little higher. Inhale to reach through the fingertips, and exhale to bow forward any amount. Inhale to come back up, staying steady through the legs, and exhale to bow forward. So good. Inhale, rise, and exhale to bow. Inhale, rise, unwind the arms, reach high. Exhale, hands come behind your back, taking a clasp, right thumb on top. Inhale to press through the knuckles to lift through the heart. And exhale, bow forward, finding our humble warrior 1. Again, you don't have to bow super deeply. Let's see if you can relax through the head. Maybe release the crown of the head toward the floor. Whatever this looks like for you. One more full round of breath in and out. Inhale to come back to rise, release the arms high. Exhale, hands down inside of the left foot, and turn this into your variation of lizard. So again, right knee can be down or lifted. You can open the left knee, kind of like dragon wing, whatever feels good. Just getting used to this posture. Bringing the heart forward. Just suggestions. And then just as before, we'll do the same sort of quad stretch, hamstring curl. So on an inhale, bring the right heel toward your right glute. And exhale, release it back toward the floor. Inhale, peel it in. And exhale, release it down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. So good. We'll make our way back to downward facing dog any way you'd like. If you'd like a vinyasa transition, either modified or not, feel free to take it or leave it. You can always take child's pose. Just take 2 more restful breaths. And if you haven't already made your way to down dog, feel free to do so at your leisure. Taking a breath in, lengthening through the spine. And exhaling to empty the breath, belly button to spine. Feel free to step walk, or you can hop your way to the top of the mat. And inhale to halfway lift. Once you arrive, no hurry. And exhale to fold over the legs. Bend through the knees, drop the hips, lift the arms. Find your chair pose for just a moment. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands come to heart center. Take one breath in and one breath out. So we'll do that whole sequence just one more time. And since you know exactly what's coming, it might be less confusing. Great, so bring your big toes to touch and heels slightly parted. Bend through the knees, drop the hips, lift the arms. Find your chair pose, Utkatasana. Maybe you can sink the hips just a little deeper. And always check in, make sure you can see your toes over your knees. And if not, just send the weight back into the heels. See what you can do to relax the shoulders down. See if you can lengthen the low back. Imagine you're squeezing a little orange between the inner thighs. Just sinking in for a full round of breath. Inhale to reach through the fingertips, lengthen. And exhale to spill forward over the legs. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Inhale here in plank. Exhale, lower your way, either all the way to your belly or halfway in chaturanga. Inhale to sweep up, finding your baby cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, make your way carefully to downward facing dog. Taking a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, right steps forward. Spin the left heel down and inhale, sweep your way up, finding warrior one. Making any adjustments that you might need. Just squaring the hips to the front. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips. As you exhale, find eagle arms, left arm under, right arm over, connect the palms, lift the elbows. Inhale, exhale, bow forward for one, and inhale to rise. Exhale, bow forward for two, staying steady through the legs. And carefully inhale, come back to rise. And one last time, bowing forward. Inhale, rise. Unwind the arms, reach high. Exhale, hands behind the back, left thumb on top. Press down with the knuckles to lift the heart up. And exhale, bow forward for our humble warrior. Really see if you can draw the right hip back. Really work in the outer hip. Keep pressing through the outer blade of the left foot. And see what you can relax in the upper body. Two more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale to come back to rise. Release the arms high. Then exhale, hands down inside that right foot and turn it into lizard. Again, left knee down or lifted. Inhale to bring the heart forward. Good. Settle in. And we'll start those coils with the left heel again. And if you'd like to incorporate a little twist, as you coil the left heel in, you can reach back with the right hand. Maybe you touch your foot, maybe you don't. Good, then coil back down, square the chest to the front. Inhale, peel the heel in, maybe you reach back, and exhale down. Just one more time through on your own breath. So good. And if you'd like, you can tuck the left toes, lift the left knee up, and then carefully step the right foot back and take your vinyasa or leave it And we'll all meet in downward facing dog at your leisure. Awesome, just take one more big breath in here, and one more breath out. Inhale, left leg comes to rise, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Spin the right heel down, and inhale, rise to warrior one. Settle in, make all your adjustments. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips. Exhale, right arm under, left arm over. Connect the palms, elbows rise. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips. And exhale, bow forward for one. Any amount, doesn't have to be deep. Inhale, come back to rise. And exhale, bow forward for two. Inhale, sweep your way back up. Exhale, last time. Inhale, rise. Release the arms, reach high. Exhale, hands behind your back, right thumb on top. Inhale, knuckles down, heart lifts. Exhale, bow forward, humble warrior. Left hip back, right hip forward. See if you can give your right foot a little bit more energy to even out the weight in your legs. And see what you can relax. 2 more breaths here. Good. Inhale, press through the knuckles, back to rise. Arms reach high. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor, taking your lizard variation on this side. Taking a breath to settle in, maybe lengthen through the spine, heart forward. And settling in on a nice exhale. And then just as before, inhale, peel the right heel in. Maybe you reach back with your left hand to touch the foot. Maybe you don't. Good. And then come back to square. Release the right toes down. Inhale, heel comes in. Maybe you reach back or just take a subtle twist. Good. And exhale, square and lower back down. Just one more time through on your own breath. Maybe lingering in that quad stretch. Good, releasing everything. Perfect. Tuck the right toes, lift off of the knee, step the left foot back, and decide if you'd like to take another vinyasa or skip it and take child's pose or downward facing dog, whatever feels good to your body right now. Just taking a few settling breaths. One more big breath here. And if you are in child's pose, make your way to downward facing dog for just a moment. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, start to walk your hands backwards toward your feet so you end up at the back of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to fold forward. Heel toe your feet a little closer together. Big toes come to touch, heels slightly parted. Bend the knees, drop the hips, lift the arms, chair pose. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart center. And take one big breath in. And one big breath out. Awesome. So start to weight through that right foot. Really feel grounded through all 4 corners of your right foot. Feel everything zipping up through center, crown of the head reaches super tall. And then we'll continue with the quad stretch theme. So bring your left heel to your left glute and just grab the outer side of your left foot. Just taking a standing quad stretch here. See if you can keep that tailbone lengthening down and drawing the belly button in towards your spine. Feel free to reach high with that right arm if you'd like, or you can keep it on your hip or your heart, whatever you like. Just getting used to standing on one leg and feeling through the quad stretch. Just take one more breath in, and as you exhale, carefully release that left foot. Take a careful step forward, ground through the left foot, and taking eagle legs on this side. So the right leg crosses over the left, and then adding eagle arms if you'd like. Right arm under, left arm over. Connect the palms and arms reach higher. You can always have your right toes touch down on the floor, or you can challenge yourself. You can do a double wrap if you have enough room in your hips, or just take the single wrap, or chair legs, or whatever suits you. Just remember all of the positioning of the chair posture, where our low back is nice and long, our hips are nice and low. One more breath here. One more exhale. Good. Inhale, come to rise. Right knee draws in. And then careful step forward, rooting through that right foot this time. Taking the quad stretch one more time. You can grab either the inside or the outside of the left foot. Right arm reaches tall, and starting the same way as we did before. And once you feel ready, you can progress into dancer's pose. So we're going to kick through our left foot into our left hand, and with equal force and intention, reach forward with our right hand. Good, so you should feel evenly distributed from forward to back, and evenly distributed from rooting through your right foot and reaching through the crown of your head. Focusing on the center of your body and reaching in all directions. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. On a slow inhale, come back to stand. Release the left foot down, arms by the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, and you can take another vinyasa, or you can simply make your way to downward facing dog. Good, take one breath here. And as you exhale, simply walk your hands backwards to your feet so you're at the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take one big breath in, and one big breath out. So same thing on this side. Start to focus on that left foot, rooting evenly through all four corners, zipping up through center, reaching tall through the crown of the head, and then start to peel the right heel in towards your right glute, and taking the quad stretch on the side. Tailbone down, belly button in, crown of the head high. Just releasing through the front of that right leg. Just taking a couple more breaths. Good, carefully release that right foot. Take a careful step forward, shift the weight, cross the left leg over the right leg, and if you'd like, left arm under, right arm over, connect the palms and take your eagle pose. And again, the left toes can be kickstanding on the floor to the right side of your right foot. It could be double wrapped, single wrapped, it could be chair legs, whatever suits you. And each side can be totally different. Low back is nice and long. Elbows are lifted. Feel into what feels good. Take another breath in and another breath out. Inhale, carefully come to stand, left knee gathers in. Exhale, careful step forward, shift the weight, take your quad stretch, left arm reaches high. Starting the same way at first, just getting used to the posture once again, and then carefully progressing from here, so kicking the right foot into the right hand, and with even intention, reach forward with the left arm. Breathe into your center for a nice stability. Steady the gaze. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, come back to stand. Exhale, right foot relaxes down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, and simply lower all the way to your belly. Taking a big breath here. Good, and then prop yourself onto your elbows, sort of like for Sphinx, but we're not doing Sphinx. You can always do this if you want to, but anyway. So we're going to take half bow pose. So what we're going to do is reach the right heel up, so kind of coil it in, and then just simply reach back with your right arm. So sort of like dancer's pose, but on the ground. Now once you have a hold of it, you can square your torso back to the front, and then just kick evenly into your hand, into your foot, and your foot into your hand. You can give yourself as much support with your left arm as you would like. You can also work your way onto your left fingertips. You can even reach your left foot or your left leg off of the mat. Whatever feels good for you and your spine and your body today. Take 2 more breaths. Good, and then carefully release. Relax your right cheek onto the mat. Taking 2 breaths here. Awesome, and then carefully propping yourself back up just to get situated. So peel the left heel in, reach back with the left arm, grabbing something, and if not, no worries, you can always work your legs without your arm. Anyway, so kicking evenly, hand into foot, foot into hand. See what sort of lift you can get in the back, using as much support with your right arm as you'd like, or as little as you would like. Playing around with any variation, lifting the right leg or not. Just feel the back muscles working. See if you can tune into the shape of your spine. Take 2 more breaths. And once you've completed your second breath, carefully lower yourself down, releasing the left cheek onto the mat this time. And take 2 relaxing breaths. So good. And then just coming back through center, decide what you kind of want to do. The next option would be to do half and half of what we already did. If you would like, you could carefully reach back for both feet one at a time and press through both feet into both hands, taking full bow pose. Alternatively, you can take locust pose by taking that same clasp behind the back, pressing through the knuckles, reaching the heart forward, and then maybe lifting the feet, maybe you don't. You can always sweep the arms back like Superman. Take any sort of back bend that you would like. Once you decide, just count 4 breaths. If you think you have 1 more in you, round it up to 5. Good, and then slowly lower everything down, releasing one of the other cheeks to the mat. Just 1 more relaxing breath, allowing the spine to be nice and neutral. Great, and then bring your hands underneath your shoulders and carefully press yourself back to a comfortable child's pose. Knees together or wide, whatever suits you. Just for a breath before we transition to our backs. Awesome. So however you'd like to get there, we will make our way to our backs. So you can shift the weight to one hip, swing the legs around, or anything else that you would like. Just taking your time. Take a couple breaths here, allowing the back to get nice and flush in this direction with the mat. Good. Start to hug the right knee in toward your chest. Give your hip a nice little circle by drawing a circle with your knee one way and then the other. And then we'll move into a gentle spinal twist. So left leg lays out long, or it can be bent, of course. And then just draw the right knee across your body to the left, keeping both shoulders touching down on the mat. No worries if your right knee touches the mat or not. You can reach the right arm out to the side. Maybe extend the gaze to the right hand. Take one more breath here. Carefully coming back through center. And draw the left knee in towards your chest, taking those same knee circles one way. And then maybe the other. Good. Right leg extends long, or whatever you did on the other side. Left knee draws across your body, both shoulders down. And left arm out like a T. Maybe you extend the gaze off to the left side. So good. Carefully come back through center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe wrapping your arms around your shins, creating a tight little ball. And aside from here, if there's any final postures that you'd like to take to close out your practice. Could be anything. Maybe you'd like a happy baby. Maybe you'd like a shoulder stand or just legs up. Will not be offended. It's hard to put everything that everyone wants to close out. So I trust your decisions. And if you are just ready for that final Shavasana, you know how to get there. Feel free to extend the legs nice and long on the mat. And allow the shoulder blades to slightly tuck underneath you, keeping the heart nice and open. Backs of the hands rest on the mat. And if you are taking any closing postures, feel free to take your time, no hurry. Once you do, make your way to your final resting pose. Just allow the breath to settle. Maybe you start the same way that we began, with a big breath in through the nose, filling the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And exhaling out the mouth. Taking any amount of breaths like that, just to allow everything to settle in. Taking all effort out of the body and just allowing it to be. Without moving a muscle, just start to notice your breath. Notice the expansion in your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Notice all of the spaces to where the breath flows. And notice how heavy your body is still on the mat. Feel the weight of your body on the earth. Feel all of the different textures on your skin, the temperature of the room. Maybe you can even sense how big the space is around you. From this place of complete relaxation and awareness, feel free to invite gentle movement into the fingers and the toes, giving them a gentle wiggle. Maybe expanding the movement into the wrists and the ankles. Maybe giving yourself a big stretch from head to toe. If you feel ready, carefully draw each knee in towards your chest at a time and carefully roll to the right hand side, resting in fetal position. As you feel ready, using the strength of your arms to help you, press yourself to a comfortable seat. Just taking a moment, allowing the sits bones to root into the earth. Feeling the weight and relaxation in your thighs and the length in your spine. Reach the arms up and overhead, collecting all the benefits of this practice. And exhaling them, placing them at your heart. We'll close with a Sanskrit saying that goes, Loka samasta sukhi no bhavantu. May our actions, our words, and our thoughts contribute to the happiness and freedom of all beings. You can bring your thumbs to the center of your forehead and bow forward to acknowledge the light within you and within us all. Thank you everyone for joining. Namaste.